Jeff, this is Star Wars Chick. I'm here at Comic-Con 2012. I'm in the Prop Store of London booth, and I'm here with Stephen Lane, and we're going to talk a little bit about his pride and joy here, the Conan sword.
Sure thing, yeah. We've decided that this year we'd wheel this out from the UK and bring it out for the folks to see. One of the things that we really love about this sword is that it's a special effects sword. So it just sort of discerns itself a little bit different from the hero version because it has this sort of retracts area up in the top here. I think a lot of people recognise the Atlantean sword. Not many people really understand some of the sort of physical aspects that go into building something like this sword and the way that it's used on set. So perhaps I can get out of the case for you and show you what we got here. So this is a piece that I've owned for probably about 12 years now. It took me a lot to track it down. Hard work and persistence with a guy who was heavily involved with the special effects on the film. And we didn't really know it was actually going to be present in his shipping container when we finally cracked it open. I mean, that was the fun part of it. I knew that he worked on Conan. I knew that he had a container. He said that he had some weapons in there, but we didn't know what was going to be in there until we went down and visited. So it's a steel blade, it's a rolled steel blade that's been hand beaten into shape. And the steel runs from about here down into this area here, and then this is a fiberglass and resin component part to it. You have a mechanical aspect to it here, which is the spring-loaded part. And so as we push down here, it's going to slide back inside, so that as Arnie goes for his foes, stomachs them, rips their guts out, it's going to retract back inside. I don't know. I mean, if you put your hand on the end there, and then press down. I mean, that's pretty.
Yeah.
That's going to be.
That would be a little
painful.
uncomfortable.
Yeah. Now imagine if it's Arnie about to do that to you.
Yeah.
That for me would be a little bit worrisome. And in fact, they've changed the technology now for the way that they build these swords. A lot of special effects guys will no longer use a mechanical rig like this, a spring-loaded rig, because there is a possibility it could jam because it's mechanical. So a lot of guys now will build in an air bladder into this area and run an air line down through the sword to a valve at this end, and then just pump it up accordingly to allow different levels of pressure. So you'll get a much smoother slide in and out, and less concern about it jamming and being stabbed full on with a blade by Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, obviously the actors will be wearing padding anyway, etc. So it's just yeah. But it's a beautiful piece of construction. It's a gorgeous piece of design by Ron Cobb. The heroes were built by Jody Sampson, as a lot of people know, who sadly passed away a few years ago. And the way that he created a lot of this detail was sculpting it in wax, which allowed him to get the definition that he wanted. And of course, then it's cast and molded and created from there. But yeah, I mean, it's a real icon of cinema. You know, it's a phenomenal piece.
May I?
You may, yeah. And the good thing about it is it's pretty light, actually. It's probably only about 3 or 4 pounds, maybe something like that. Whereas the hero would be about 9 pounds. And that one that Arnie swings around his head, that would have been the hero sword. So I mean, he has the muscles for it.
Nice. Stephen, thank you so much for bringing this. This is a beautiful piece, and we appreciate you sharing it with us.
My pleasure.